Removing the pool from this $2.8 million house was one of the smartest moves we made on this house flip. But keeping the kitchen was what actually made this flip stronger, because flipping is not about how much you change. It is about knowing exactly what not to touch. I almost always rip out the entire kitchen because that's where value is created. But this kitchen was renovated about 10 years ago. It's in good shape, and it didn't need a six-figure upgrade to compete at this price point. If you replace things just to feel productive, you'll burn cash on unnecessary upgrades that will shrink the spread that actually pays you. When I bought the house, the front yard was pretty much dead, and we replaced it with this beautiful lawn that makes the home look inviting. And we also got rid of the scallop-shaped trim that made it feel like a gingerbread house. On the building structure, it had this tired tan color, and we repainted it to freshen it up. And we also removed a tree that was kind of in the middle that was blocking off a lot of the frontage. Closer to the house, we removed two planters that were underneath the windows. So these small changes really make the home feel more updated and a lot more inviting. On the interior of the home, we made a big change over here. There was a closet coming out all the way to here that was blocking off the flow and made this area feel very cramped. We took it out, so now it feels so open, and also we could fit this dining area right by the living room. In the living room, we put in a lot of recessed lights because it felt kind of dark before. We repainted the walls and also refinished the hardwood floors. The floors are of this very natural color and it's very warm. And then we refinished the fireplace by just painting it of this very neutral gray color. And it came out really good, but it was very inexpensive. This kitchen is where we were able to really save a lot of money, because when I came in here, I was so surprised that it was already done pretty well because it was renovated about 10 years ago. And the cabinets are pretty much what I usually use, shaker cabinets. And then the countertops are already quartz, and then all the appliances are already stainless steel. So instead of spending a lot of money on the kitchen, we used the budget on the master bedroom and also the backyard. The kitchen still came out really good. We only repainted the cabinets. We chose the two-toned style, white on the upper and black on the lower, and also, we put in new backsplash that ties everything together, and I think the changes we made elevated what was already here without us having to spend a lot of money on it. So there is even a very nice farmhouse sink. I don't usually splurge on a sink like this on my flips, but it was awesome to see that it was already here and it fits perfectly in this kitchen. The only thing I would say that bothered me was the soffit on top of the upper cabinets. Usually in the kitchen renovation, I would demo the soffit and put in taller cabinets, and the kitchen would look even more grand. But in a kitchen like this, because everything already looks so nice, I feel really bad, very wasteful to demo anything in here. So we ended up deciding to keep the cabinets with the soffit, and after all things said and done, it actually didn't matter. This kitchen glow up cost us about $5,000, but if we were to do a full-on renovation for $30,000, the numbers wouldn't have worked. You ask me how I know. That's because I plug all the numbers into my tried and true deal analyzer, and it tells me that with a $2.2 million purchase price, we could only afford to do $150,000 of renovation, and that didn't include a $30,000 kitchen renovation. If you want to analyze a deal like a pro, you want to grab my free deal analyzer linked in the description below because it helps me make a six-figure profit on every one of my deals. We installed these beautiful French doors right off of the kitchen, and this was a room that was added on by the previous owner. And this space was used as a dining room before, but it felt very cramped. We decided to convert it to an office instead so that we could better utilize it. It's kind of interesting that when this was a dining room before, it really felt that it was not enough. But now it's an office and it feels perfect because there's a slider right here that brings in a ton of natural light, and you also get very easy access to the backyard. So instead, because we got rid of this as the dining room, we shifted the dining space to this area that connects the living room and the kitchen. So this is actually a very central location in the whole living space, and it's perfectly sized. This first bedroom was painted kind of a lilac color before, and there was very dark carpet on the ground. We ripped it all out and put in a new ceiling light, repainted the walls, and also refinished the hardwood floors that was hidden behind the carpet. And we installed this new closet door that's super sleek because the frame is very thin, and it's also black hardware that matches the rest of the house. The second bedroom here kind of had a similar scope of work. New ceiling light, new paint, refinished floors, and it feels so much more spacious with professional staging because there was a huge bed in this room before, and not gonna lie, it also was kind of stinky. But now, after we cleaned it all up and put in new furniture and furnishings, it's kind of cute. It's perfect for a little kid to hide in this tent. The guest bathroom was quite dated before. There were square tiles in the shower and on the floors. We gutted everything and put in all new tiles with marble looking pattern, and also my favorite vanity from Home Depot. It's prefabricated, so it was very cost effective, but it looks kind of rustic and gives it a stylish twist. In this master bedroom, there was a lot of clutter before, and it felt dark and dingy. And we cleaned it all up and put in professional staging, so now it feels much more spacious and very serene. And I like that there's a closet on this side, and there's another closet actually on the opposite side that was a lot bigger than it is now, but it wasn't well utilized. It was just a reaching closet that was deep in this space. Because I saw that there was so much dead space here, I decided that we want to give a lot of that space to the master bathroom instead, because everybody loves a big master bathroom. And this one in particular really needed a bigger vanity, more counter space, and also a much bigger shower. And now this shower is huge. I think probably this was one of the bigger selling points why the buyer really fell in love with the house, because a big master bathroom gives you this spa-like feel. From the living room, you get to the backyard. And this backyard felt so much smaller before because it was sectioned off. There was a pergola over this patio, and it made the patio feel kind of closed in. And then there was also a lot of pool equipment right in the middle of the patio space. And you would never have guessed that this big grassy area was a pool before, and we decided to take it out. If you are in other parts of the country, you probably wouldn't understand this decision. But in the Bay Area, A lot of buyers don't actually like houses with a pool because the weather is mild all year round and it doesn't get hot enough even in the summer to heat up the pool to be able to use. And a lot of times people have to get a pool heater just to make the water temperature comfortable enough. I know this because I always have a pool in my backyard and it's pretty painful to have to spend so much money on the maintenance and on heating it. So a lot of buyers don't want to have to deal with it. That's why we decided to remove it, and I think it really added value to the house because when the buyer sees that there is a nice lawn and their kids can play in this backyard all year round, they just love it a lot more. This entire flip from start to finish only took 2.5 months, and we made a handsome 6-figure profit. In the next video, I'm going to show you my longest flip ever that was a complete disaster. I'll see you there.